Have you ever slipped into a dress thinking it would make you look youthful and elegant, only to catch your reflection in the mirror and feel the opposite? After 65, this happens more often than we'd like to admit. Our bodies change, our skin tone softens, and suddenly, the very dresses that once felt stylish now seem to work against us. And here's the truth. It's not about giving up fashion, it's about recognizing which pieces secretly add years to our appearance and learning how to avoid them. So many women fall into the same trap. They keep wearing certain styles out of habit, nostalgia, or even because they believe those dresses are age-appropriate. But the fashion world has changed, and the right choices today can completely transform how youthful, confident, and vibrant you look. By simply knowing which dresses to stay away from, you can instantly upgrade your wardrobe and start stepping out with elegance that feels fresh rather than outdated. In this video, we're going to uncover 10 dresses that make women over 65 look older, the subtle fashion mistakes that quietly age you even when you think you're dressing well. Along the way, I'll share alternatives and styling tips, so you don't just learn what to avoid, but also what to wear instead. From fabric choices to cuts and colors, you'll see how small changes can make a big difference in how you look and feel. If you've ever searched for how to look younger at 65, best dresses for women over 60, or fashion mistakes that age you, this video will give you the answers you've been waiting for. So stay with me until the end, because the last few tips may surprise you the most. Floral prints have always carried a sense of romance and femininity, but not all florals work in our favor after 65. The tiny, scattered blossoms in bright, clashing colors that once felt playful can suddenly appear overwhelming. Instead of brightening your complexion, they tend to create visual noise that pulls focus away from your face and makes your skin look more tired than it really is. Many women keep reaching for these dresses out of habit or because they believe florals automatically equal youthfulness, but busy prints rarely achieve that effect. On the contrary, they often exaggerate fine lines, dull natural radiance, and add unnecessary years. The dress starts speaking louder than you do, and when your outfit becomes the only thing people notice, it stops serving its true purpose, highlighting you. Thankfully, you don't have to turn your back on florals. The secret lies in scale and simplicity. Larger, more open floral patterns with soft spacing allow the eye to rest, framing your features rather than competing with them. Muted backgrounds like navy, cream, or dove gray paired with watercolor-like blooms create a fresh harmony that complements mature skin beautifully. Cuts such as wrap dresses or A-line silhouettes naturally elongate the body, keeping the look graceful and light. Even with florals, less is often more. The right balance brings out your warmth and vitality without overwhelming you. Pair these refined designs with understated accessories, and you'll achieve that effortless elegance so many women seek after 60. Once you see how modern floral choices enhance your natural beauty, you'll be more than ready to rethink the other dress styles that may also be holding you back. For many women over 65, loose-fitting dresses feel safe and comfortable. They seem to hide areas of the body we might not want to draw attention to. But here's the catch. When a dress has no structure, it doesn't just cover, it swallows you whole. Instead of looking elegant, these baggy styles make you appear heavier and older than you are. A shapeless dress removes the natural lines of your figure, leaving you with no definition at the waist or shoulders. The result is an outfit that looks frumpy rather than flattering. Even though comfort matters, the wrong kind of oversized dress can strip away the vibrant energy that clothes should bring out in you. Many women mistake these styles as age-appropriate, when in truth they do the opposite. They highlight age rather than beauty. Fashion after 60 should celebrate your shape, not erase it. The good news is that comfort and style don't have to be at odds. Dresses with subtle tailoring, like an A-line cut or a belted waist, create gentle definition while still feeling easy to wear. Fabrics with a bit of flow, such as lightweight cotton blends or soft jersey, skim over the body instead of clinging to it. These small details instantly bring back proportion, making your figure look balanced and youthful. Even adding a simple belt to a loose dress can transform it into a polished look that feels intentional, not accidental. When you choose pieces that highlight your natural shape without squeezing too tightly, you project confidence and grace. If you've ever looked for how to dress younger at 65 or fashion tips for women over 60, this is one of the simplest yet most effective changes you can make. And once you understand the difference a little structure can bring, you'll be ready to see why some lace dresses that seem elegant at first can actually end up aging you too quickly. Lace has always carried an air of elegance, and for many women, it feels like the perfect way to add sophistication to an outfit. But after 65, lace can easily tip from graceful to dated if it's overdone. Dresses made entirely of heavy lace or filled with too many intricate details often read as old-fashioned rather than timeless. Instead of softening your look, the dense patterns can highlight wrinkles or make the skin underneath appear uneven. This kind of styling may have felt appropriate for special occasions years ago, but today it tends to weigh down your appearance. What's meant to be delicate and refined can, unfortunately, end up adding years instead of subtracting them. When lace dominates the dress, it leaves little room for your own personality to shine through, and that's where the magic gets lost. The key is not to avoid lace entirely, but to let it play a supporting role rather than taking over the entire stage. Dresses with lace accents, perhaps at the neckline, sleeves, or hemline, add just the right touch of romance without feeling overwhelming. When combined with modern fabrics like chiffon, jersey, or structured cotton, these delicate details create balance and freshness. Choosing softer shades such as navy, blush, or ivory can bring out a youthful glow while keeping the overall look clean and current. A-line or sheath silhouettes with lace trimming offer elegance without excess, ensuring you look polished without slipping into something that feels outdated. This way, lace becomes a quiet whisper of sophistication instead of a loud statement that overshadows you. And once you discover how much better you feel in these updated styles, you'll be curious to see why another popular choice, floor-length maxi dresses, can sometimes have the opposite effect of what you expect. Maxi dresses are often chosen for their comfort and coverage, but after 65, they can become more of a burden than a blessing. When a dress falls all the way to the floor, it tends to overwhelm the frame, especially for women who are not very tall. Instead of creating elegance, the extra length can actually shorten your silhouette, making you look smaller and heavier. The fabric often pools around the ankles, giving a weighed-down effect that takes away energy from your look. What's intended to be flowing and graceful can quickly slip into shapeless and heavy. Many women wear them thinking they're modest and forgiving, but the truth is that these long hemlines often erase the natural liveliness of your stride. Fashion after 60 should feel light and confident, not like you're being pulled down by too much fabric. The most flattering alternative is to choose dresses that hit just below the knee or at mid-calf. These lengths create movement and ease while keeping your proportions balanced. A midi dress with an A-line or wrap cut elongates the legs and helps you appear taller and slimmer without sacrificing comfort. Fabrics with a gentle drape, like crepe or soft cotton blends, add flow without excess bulk. Pairing mid-length dresses with low heels or elegant flats brings out an effortless, youthful energy. The result is a polished look that's sophisticated yet light enough to keep you moving with confidence. If you've ever wondered how to dress younger at 65 or searched for elegant style after 60, updating your maxi dresses to more modern lengths is an easy change with a powerful effect. And once you see how hemlines can transform your silhouette, it becomes clear why oversized puff sleeves are another style detail worth rethinking. There's no doubt that statement sleeves have been trendy in recent years, but not every trend flatters women over 65. Large, exaggerated puff sleeves add bulk to the upper body, making the shoulders look wider and the arms heavier. Instead of creating balance, they throw off proportions and make the entire frame appear awkward. What's meant to look dramatic and fashionable can actually read as costume-like, which often highlights age instead of downplaying it. For many women, this style feels playful, but the extra volume draws attention exactly where we don't want it, our arms and shoulders, while also making the dress look less polished. After a certain age, our clothing should help us look streamlined and graceful, and oversized sleeves do just the opposite by adding unnecessary weight. A much more flattering approach is to choose sleeves that are tailored yet gentle. Three-quarter sleeves, cap sleeves, or slightly flared designs create shape without excess fabric. These cuts frame the arms delicately, giving you freedom of movement while maintaining a refined silhouette. Lightweight fabrics like chiffon or soft jersey Also add a soft drape that flatters rather than overwhelms. Dresses with subtle sleeve detail, such as a gentle flutter or a slight puff at the shoulder, can bring femininity without going over the top. This balance allows your natural beauty to shine, instead of letting the sleeves steal the spotlight. For anyone searching for best dresses for women over 60 or fashion mistakes to avoid after 65, this simple shift makes all the difference. And once you see how much cleaner and more graceful your silhouette looks, it's easy to understand why shiny fabrics are another common trap that can quietly age your appearance. At first glance, shiny fabrics like satin or polyester blends can seem glamorous. But for women over 65, they often have the opposite effect. High-shine materials reflect light in a way that emphasizes every crease and curve, including those we'd rather not highlight. Instead of smoothing over lines, they draw attention to wrinkles on the face and neck and can even exaggerate uneven skin tone. Beyond that, shiny dresses can look inexpensive or outdated if the cut isn't perfectly modern. What may have felt elegant decades ago now risks coming across as harsh and unflattering. Many women choose these fabrics thinking they'll look dressy for special occasions, but the extra shine usually highlights age instead of hiding it. In short, what's meant to look sophisticated can easily end up feeling loud and unforgiving. The best way to achieve elegance is with fabrics that absorb light rather than reflect it. Matte finishes, soft crepe, chiffon, or high-quality cotton blends offer a smooth, refined look that flatters mature skin. These materials create gentle draping that moves with the body instead of clinging or drawing unwanted attention. Dresses with subtle textures, like a lightly ribbed fabric or a soft jacquard, add richness without shine, projecting quiet confidence. Choosing rich, deeper tones such as navy, plum, or forest green enhances sophistication while maintaining a youthful glow. This simple fabric swap can instantly elevate your wardrobe, giving you the polished look you want without the harsh glare. And once you see how much more flattering matte and textured fabrics can be, it becomes clear why soft pastel shades, when not chosen carefully, can also work against you. Soft pastel colors often seem delicate and feminine, but after 65, they don't always do our complexion any favors. Pale shades like powder pink, baby blue, or light lavender can blend too closely with mature skin tones, creating a washed-out effect. Instead of bringing vibrancy, these colors can make the skin appear dull, pale, or even tired. Many women reach for pastels thinking they feel gentle and youthful, but the lack of contrast can actually remove the natural warmth from the face. The result is a look that feels flat and uninspired rather than fresh and lively. Clothes should enhance your energy, not drain it, and unfortunately, overly light pastels often do just that. It's a subtle mistake that can age you far more than you realize. The good news is you don't have to avoid color. You simply need to choose shades with more depth. Jewel tones such as sapphire blue, emerald green, or deep plum add richness and bring out the glow in your skin. Even softer shades, when chosen in slightly warmer or richer tones, can lift your entire look. For example, instead of a pale baby pink, try rose or raspberry. Instead of icy lavender, consider mauve or violet. These hues give definition to your features and create a youthful brightness. When combined with classic cuts like a wrap dress or a fit and flare style, they project elegance without effort. For anyone searching for how to look younger at 65 or fashion tips for women over 60, adjusting your color palette is one of the simplest yet most powerful updates. And once you see the transformation the right colors can bring, it makes perfect sense to also reconsider bold patterns like wide horizontal stripes, which come with their own challenges. Stripes are a classic pattern, but not every stripe is flattering, especially after 65. Wide horizontal stripes in particular can visually stretch the body sideways, making the frame appear broader than it really is. Instead of elongating your shape, they cut across the figure, drawing attention to areas like the midsection or hips where many women would rather create balance. This effect can leave you looking heavier and less proportioned, even when the dress itself is well made. Many women keep these dresses because stripes are timeless, but wide horizontal versions tend to flatten the silhouette rather than refine it. What feels like a fun, bold choice often ends up making you look boxy and older. Fashion at this stage of life should work with your body, not against it, and unfortunately, thick stripes rarely do you any favors. The more flattering alternative is to choose stripes that are narrow, subtle, or vertically placed. Thin stripes in muted tones give the impression of height and slimness, elongating the figure instead of widening it. Vertical or diagonal patterns create flow and movement, guiding the eye up and down in a way that feels elegant and refined. Even if you prefer a bolder style, opting for smaller, well-spaced stripes in richer colors like navy, burgundy, or forest green can add sophistication while still keeping the energy youthful. Dresses with these patterns bring harmony back to the silhouette, helping you look polished without effort. For anyone who has wondered about elegant fashion after 60 or searched how to dress slimmer at 65, updating your stripes is a simple yet transformative step. And once you understand how patterns can affect your shape, it's easy to see why high, tight necklines such as turtlenecks or mock necks can also take away from your natural elegance. High necklines such as turtlenecks or tight mock necks may feel modest and sophisticated, but after 65 they often work against us. These cuts cover too much of the neck and chest, drawing attention to areas where skin naturally loses elasticity. Instead of elongating, they shorten the neckline, making the face appear heavier and the upper body more closed in. Many women choose them thinking they provide elegance and coverage, but the effect can be the opposite. The style highlights age-related changes rather than softening them. The lack of openness also makes it harder for jewelry or accessories to balance the look, leaving the outfit feeling severe. What should feel graceful and chic ends up looking stiff, and that rigidity can easily add years to your overall appearance. A far more flattering option is to choose dresses with slightly open or lower necklines that create space and light. Scoop necks, gentle V-necks, or bateau necklines frame the face beautifully while elongating the neck and softening the shoulders. These shapes bring balance to the upper body and allow accessories, like a delicate necklace or scarf, to add polish without overwhelming the outfit. Fabrics that drape lightly around the neckline also create softness that feels youthful and feminine. Instead of feeling restricted, you'll feel lifted and confident, with a look that radiates ease. For women searching for fashion tips after 60 or how to look younger at 65, adjusting your neckline is one of the most overlooked yet impactful changes. And once you see how a more open neckline brightens your appearance, you'll be ready to rethink one last style trap: the bodycon dress that hugs too tightly and leaves little room for comfort or elegance. Bodycon dresses are designed to hug every curve, but after 65, this style rarely flatters. These dresses cling tightly to the stomach, hips, and waist, areas that naturally change with age. Instead of enhancing your shape, they often magnify features like a softer midsection or less defined waistline. The result can feel restrictive, uncomfortable, and unforgiving, leaving you more self-conscious than confident. While some women may think a body-hugging dress looks sexy or modern, in reality, it often emphasizes exactly what we want to downplay. Fashion should give you freedom and grace, not remind you of every little detail you'd prefer to soften. A too tight fit can also limit movement, taking away the ease that true elegance requires. The best alternative is choosing dresses that gently follow the body's natural lines without clinging too tightly. Wrap dresses, fit and flare cuts, or softly tailored sheaths offer shape and structure while allowing room for comfort. These silhouettes highlight your best features, like the neckline, waist, or legs, while gracefully smoothing over areas you may not want to emphasize. Fabrics with a bit of stretch and flow, such as jersey blends or lightweight crepe, move with you instead of restricting you. This balance of fit and ease creates confidence, making you look youthful and sophisticated at the same time. For women searching best dresses for women over 60 or how to dress younger at 65, this shift from skin-tight to softly tailored makes all the difference. And when you discover how these styles empower you to feel both elegant and comfortable, You'll be perfectly ready to reflect on all 10 dress mistakes and embrace the positive alternatives in the conclusion. We've just walked through 10 of the most common dress mistakes women over 65 often make without realizing it. From busy floral prints that overwhelm your features to shapeless silhouettes that erase your figure. From heavy lace that feels outdated to maxi lengths that drag you down. Each of these styles can quietly add years to your appearance. Puffy sleeves, shiny fabrics, and washed-out pastels also play their part, while bold horizontal stripes and restrictive high necklines leave you looking heavier and less graceful than you deserve. And of course, the bodycon dress, tight and unforgiving, rarely provides the comfort or elegance that real confidence requires. But here's the hopeful truth. Avoiding these fashion traps doesn't mean giving up style. On the contrary, it means opening the door to choices that celebrate who you are today. When you trade cluttered florals for modern prints, or swap shapeless pieces for softly tailored cuts, you immediately see the difference in the mirror. Choosing matte fabrics, flattering colors, and open necklines brings a lightness back to your look. Mid-length dresses, subtle lace, and silhouettes that skim rather than squeeze remind you that fashion after 60 is not about hiding. It's about highlighting your natural beauty. Every stage of life deserves its own kind of elegance. The right dress doesn't just cover your body, it tells a story of confidence, vitality, and grace. And when you step into a style that flatters instead of fights you, the years seem to fall away. If you've been searching for how to dress younger at 65, elegant fashion after 60, or best dresses for women over 60, the key is not in chasing trends, but in making thoughtful choices that align with who you are now. So as you look back at these 10 dresses to avoid, think of them as gentle reminders rather than strict rules. Let them guide you toward outfits that make you feel as radiant as you truly are. And remember, fashion is never about age, it's about attitude. When you dress with confidence, the world doesn't see a number, it sees a woman who knows her worth. If you found these insights helpful, make sure to subscribe and join me in the next video where we'll dive into even more practical style tips for women over 60. Because looking and feeling your best is a journey, and together we can make it a beautiful one,